At TRX Travel Adam here. Today's the last video in the series that I've been doing. Just recording my experience, a bit of a diet journey of reverse dieting. I've covered quite a bit of different experiences on this progress, and today's the last one because I've finished it. After 2.5 months, I've reverse dieted back up to an additional 1,000 calories. So when I first started, I was on 1,700 calories at the bottom of my cut. And now 2.5 months later, I am on 2,800, and I'm even looking to slowly push it up to 3,000. So I'd quite like to gain a bit of muscle mass. Although I'm increasing my weight every week very slightly now, at a very nice moderate rate, which I can kind of put down to hopefully muscle gain. I've been extremely happy with the results from reverse diet. It's something I've never done, and I always like to chat about experience. Cover a little bit of science, but I think there's a lot of science out there. So I like to chat about experience. It was hard. I had to resist temptation. I took alcohol out the window for the first sort of month or two, coming back up from it. I spent 2 months dieting down to get there. But overall, it's been fantastic, and it's made me realise the possibilities of reverse dieting are just as key as the diet itself. So you might think you're going to do a 2 month diet or a 1 month diet. I'd advise you to double that and reverse out of it. I have put, maybe when I look in the mirror, maybe tad a little bit of fat on, but overall I've managed to maintain quite a sort of lean physique for myself. And I can even see in my arms, if you look back at my last videos, how sort of sucked in, I call it. I was looking, I had no water retention. Now my carbs are back in. I keep my fats at my healthy 15 to 20% range. My carbs are quite high, and my protein sort of medium to high. It's a level that works really well for me. Throughout the journey, there was difficulties. The main thing obviously being food, but as I covered in one of my videos, a massive help for me was huge amounts of leafy greens and stews to really keep me filled up when I was really at the bottom end of the cuts. I weighed myself weekly, and I kept a diary of how much I weighed every week and how much of the small increment I wanted to increase. Some weeks I increased 150 calories, some weeks I increased 200, some weeks I increased 50. And I all just based that on how much I was increasing. I was, quite aware about water weight, so some weeks I allowed myself to sort of say, yeah, that's quite a bit over the ½ pound a week I'd like to put on, but because of water weight, I'm going to allow it. But to be honest, because I slowly increased, I didn't find any major jumps. There was a couple of instances, a couple of weekends where I had a bit of fun on one night, drank some beers and sort of indulged a little bit with some pizzas, especially here in Nicaragua and San Juan, where I'm currently at, where it's a little bit more party orientated. But this is what it was about, and it's about coming back out of it and maintaining a lifestyle, and it certainly allowed me to do that. So here's two videos. One where I'm flexing when I'm on 1,700, and one that wasn't took too long ago where I'm eating 2,800. And you can see the difference here between these two flexing videos. Granted, the 2,800 one, I might look a little bit like I put a bit more weight on, a little bit more fat, but overall, to be eating 1,000 calories more a day, 7,000 calories more a week, after 2 months, there's not too much difference. And I'm really happy with the results for that. And I now feel this is something I can maintain. And I also feel that the next sort of little diet down that I want to do, I won't have to do it as strenuous. It was about 2 or 3 months the initial first diet, because I overindulged when I was away in Cuba for 6 weeks living there, and I was silly. But I honestly feel that with this reverse diet, I think I could maybe just do a nice sort of month reverse where I maybe increase my cardio, slightly reduce my calories, and then a month back out of it. So yeah, I would highly recommend whenever you diet, you incorporate reverse dieting into it as well. It really allows your metabolic rate to slowly adapt. If I had suddenly jumped from 1,700 and added 500 calories on the next week and then another 500, my body, because my metabolic rate was so low, would have just stored that as fat. It would have fueled the fat cells with all of that excess calories. I think if I could do it again, I would maybe not go as low on the restrictive calorie front. I went down almost 700-800 calories under my maintenance at the bottom end. And I think it was too much, because what I noticed, as I was reverse dieting back up, I was still losing weight for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, even though I was adding calories. and that says a lot. So you can also, it's quite a nice thing to know that even though you reach spot mend your diet, you're going to start being able to eat more, but you're still going to be losing the calorie intake. So I think that's a key thing to remember. That's a big learning I would take away for the next time. I'm going to be writing an entire blog post on this about how I did it, steps, what you can expect, and hopefully these video series have just given a little bit of insight what it was like. If I look back to my first video that I shot when I was doing it almost 2 months ago, I was literally like this, like, oh, I'm so tired, food's really hard, and now I'm just full of energy. I feel like I've filled out a lot more. Obviously the water retention's back with all the glycogen in my muscles. My workouts are so energized with the TRX now. I'm absolutely loving them, good solid resistance band TRX exercises. So yeah, if you've got any questions or any comments, if you've done reverse dieting before, let me know. I'm always posting about how to keep fit without the need of a gym, and how to stay in shape. And although most of my stuff revolves around TRX exercise and TRX workouts, nutrition obviously goes hand in hand with that, which is why I want to do this diet series. But on my website there's lots of TRX workout plans if you're looking to be able to train anywhere without the need of a gym. And I always chat about experience. I chat about what I'm learning. I'm always learning myself from other professional athletes out there. But I live a nomad lifestyle. I don't have access to a gym, so I do a lot of body weight, TRX, and real functional fitness. It makes you feel, well, in my opinion, feel better than when I ever lifted dumbbells. And certainly from physique-wise, I definitely feel better. So yes, it's the final instalment of my little reverse diet series. Hopefully, if you've followed along, and hopefully if you visit the blog post on my website, trxtraveler.com, it'll give you a little bit of an insight of what it's like to reverse diet as a beginner, when you're not an athlete and you're not a bodybuilder, and what to expect, how you can do it, how I approached it, and yeah, everything you need to sort of really just get through it and stick with it. And I honestly believe this is potentially the last biggest diet I might do of my life now, because the understanding of my body that I've developed, and the key little insights I've found have been, hugely eye-opening. So yeah, it's fantastic. Reverse dieting should be part of your diet, hands down. A diet also includes reverse dieting. It's how you need to look at it. It's not just get down and then try and stay there on minimal calories, or try and suddenly jump back up. It doesn't work like that. You go down, you get rid of the fat, you allow your body to chew through it, and then you slowly come back up without putting that fat on. So yes, you gain water retention, and yes, you might look a little more fluffy, but the key thing is that it's not really fat sitting there, it's more sort of water retention sitting within the muscles, and you can reduce that down much easier than you can burn in the fat. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel so you get notifications on my new TRX workouts, new resistance band ones. I'm doing a whole series of quick 10-minute workouts that you can burn with a resistance band, TRX, or a kettlebell. You can do absolutely anywhere. Thanks for watching.